Very good evening to you with the Friday edition of Sports Night. I'm Damien Bess. Well, 3 wickets apiece for captain Carlos Brathwaite and Kishan Otley secured a massive 125-run victory for CCC Marooners as they knocked Barbados Pride out of contention for the semi-finals of the Regional Super 50 tournament. While playing last evening at Kensington Oval, the Marooners batted first and posted 259 for 7 off their 50 overs, with player of the match Jonathan Drake top scoring with 70. Amir Jangu also added 60, while Kiran Otley, he made 59. Now in reply, the Pride were bowled out for 134 in 35.1 overs. Carlos Brathwaite led the way, picking up 3 for 12, while Kishan Otley, he took 3 for 24. Here's a look at that runs chase.
Have a look at the highlights. First, it's Kevin Stout. Tried to dab one round off his stumps, and Jagasar took aim and smashed his leg stump. Then it was Shane Mosley. Edged one down the leg side off Jordan. Shamar Brooks played a few shots. Himself and Jonathan Carter. And then Shamar Brooks got out in that mid-wicket area. And he was shortly followed by Tevan Walcott, this timing a pull. Jonathan Carter, he went as well, trying to go over the top of cover. Nico Boucher tried a rear guard action and had a bit of luck as well. Simply put down. Reeves at the other end got one from Shields that was a little bit too sharp for him. Shamar Springer came in and tried to put up some resistance. Finally went off the bottom edge, giving Kotoy a wicket. And then Dominic Driggs pulling one from Carlos Brathwaite onto his stumps. Suleiman then came in, had a bit of luck, got put down by the keeper. And then finally trapped in front by Carlos Brathwaite. And it was only left for Carlos Brathwaite to pick up the final wicket, that of Miguel Cummins. And the Barbados Pride were gone and dusted.
Well, Elizabeth House made it 5 in a row after retaining their title at the St. Michael's School Swim Sports at the Aquatic Centre yesterday. Elizabeth took the honours with 578 points, while Victoria came second, 441. Third and fourth went to Boadicea with 255 and Ann House 194. CBC's Kamal Haynes reports.
After the lunch interval, the first race on the program was the junior girls 4x25-meter freestyle relay. Lane 4 saw Destiny Allen of Ann House taking an early lead, but on the first exchange, Boadicea House and Lane 1 picked up the slack and started to challenge Ann House. That challenge was no longer after Sky Spencer Lane gave Boadicea a commanding lead, which was held until the finish to win in 1 minute 8.63 seconds. Second and third went down to the wire, with Victoria House in lane 3 edging Ann House in lane 5. The junior boys race saw a ding-dong battle between Victoria in lane 4 and Elizabeth in lane 5, with both teams back and forth and aiming for the gold medal. Victoria containing Ethan Campion, Christian Gill, Micah Blair and Christopher Blade swam to victory in a time of 1 minute 6.75 seconds, followed by Elizabeth in second and Boadicea in third. To the senior girls, only 2 houses competing in this event, Elizabeth and Victoria. Elizabeth in lane 4 controlled most of the race, with Serena Weeks getting things started. Fast forward to the final exchange. Anna Fields still in front for Elizabeth, but she will soon receive a rude awakening from Barbados national swimmer Daniel Titus of Victoria. She was no match for the Caribbean swimmer, as Titus eased past Fields to win in 1 minute 1.69 seconds. To the boys, also a 2-house race with Elizabeth and Victoria. This one was another to watch with action until the very end. Final exchange, Victoria House way in front and looked set for victory, but Elizabeth's final leg swims an impressive 25 meters to beat Victoria, with a time of 1 minute 5 seconds flat to Victoria's 1 minute 5.47 seconds. To the 50-meter breaststroke event, starting with the girls 12 and under. This race was a close one, with Gabrielle Pinder of Boadicea in lane 3 swimming to victory in 52.34 seconds, edging Naisha Cook in lane 4 of Victoria in second, and Monique Lashley also of Victoria in lane 5 in third. The boys 12 and under was more easily decided, with Elizabeth House claiming first and second. Michael Hall, closest to the screen, took the honors in 44.78 seconds, followed by teammate Israel Bryan, while Victoria's Michael Blair took bronze. The girls 13 to 14 saw Erin Pinder of Boadicea in lane 3 being challenged early on, but she held her nerve and brought home the win in 42.59 seconds, while Serena Weeks of Elizabeth in lane 6 edged out Danielle Clark of Anne to take the silver. The boys 13 to 14 was all Jack Calshaw's race. Swimming in lane 7, he was unmatched to his peers and swam to victory in 35.31 seconds to give Boadicea the gold, while Victoria's Joshua Newton and Christian Gill took silver and bronze respectively. To the 15 and over, this one was a combination of the boys and girls. And Darian Trotman of Elizabeth prior to the race said his main goal was to beat Daniel Titus of Victoria. The two were side by side in lane 7 and 8 respectively and in reach of each other. But Trotman pulled away when it mattered to get his wish and the victory, winning in 34.66 seconds. Titus, who was the first female to finish, came second, while Ashley Weeks in lane 6 finished third.
Well, the national senior squad returned home from the 32nd edition of the Huntsman World Senior Games in Utah this evening with 36 medals. A small contingent of 12, mainly the track and field team, captured 20 gold, 10 silver, and 6 bronze.
We have Hainsey Lavelle, who took 9 medals in all, Kathy Harper Hall with 7, then you have Henderson Waltrip with 4, Atlee Burrs with 3, and then Lester Phillips with 2. So that was the complement of the 26 for the track and field. But then you had 10 others that including the cyclists, which had 8 medals, and the archery 2.
For Kathy Harper Hall, defeating younger athletes was a plus.
It was very competitive. There were some cases where there were just 2 people in my age group or 3 people in my age group, but because of how they ran us, they would do from 75 up. So if for instance in the 800, there were 13 of us in the 800 and 3 in my age group, but we all had to run together. So for me, I said, I knew that the other 2 in my age group, I could beat them. So I wasn't worried about them. I told myself I had to beat some of the younger ones, and I did. I did.
Meantime, Ainsley Lovell says despite fielding a smaller team this time around, the performances were outstanding.
It was very, very cold, and it was difficult to keep warm. But all in all, I gave it my best. We did great, and you couldn't ask for anything more. It was a small group, and we really did what we had to do. We brought home the goals.